Hey, it's Holly. In today's video, we are going to chat a little bit about a variant that one of my followers on Instagram sent me a message about, which I was very excited about. So we'll chat about that. Going to chat a little bit more about the process of doing up all the packages for the auction and my plans for the future auction. And then I'm going to just tell you a little bit of personal information about what's going on in my life because I am going to be taking Monday off. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I received a message this week from someone on Instagram letting me know that the Amazon Canada website appears to have the alternate variant of the Mermaid Dreams compact. So I'm going to pull that up on my screen right now. I have purchased one. It's on the way, and hopefully it will be here, I think, by next week sometime. So by next Thursday, maybe we'll get to check it out. That being said, looking at the website right now, it says there's 9 left in stock. So if you happen to be able to purchase from Amazon Canada, it's a really good price, to be honest. It may even be on the US website as well. I honestly haven't checked, but I'm going to pull it up on my screen so that we can check it out. Okay, so here it is on the Amazon Canada website. So as you can see, I just searched Polly Pocket Keepsake, and right here it comes up. It is the Mermaid Dreams Keepsake Collection. However, you will notice that the mermaids are purple. So they have the purple tails. And to just zoom in on that a little bit, that's pretty wild. So we'll see. I'm very excited. I'll see if I can actually make that a little bit bigger for you. Very excited to receive this one in the mail and check it out, and we can compare them side by side to the one that I have where they have the green / teal colored tails. But this one's quite beautiful because it looks like the purple is actually translucent. So I might be seeing that wrong, but that's what that looks like to me there. So really interested to check these ones out. I will say I'm not going to pull mine out of the box just because it's coming in the box and I didn't buy 2. But we can check them out side by side. And, we've seen what the compact looks like. So that's all the same, but very, very excited about this. So again, if you do have access to Amazon Canada, or it might be on your own local Amazon, check it out, because otherwise the only place that I ever saw this in person was in a Walmart where I purchased mine. And that was in store, not online. So we'll see what happens. But that was very exciting. So thank you to the person that sent me that message. Really great to pick one of those up because I didn't think we'd see that variant up here. So pretty excited. So just a little bit more related to some wrap up from the auction. So I was able to, I'm recording this on Wednesday, but yesterday on Tuesday, I was able to take those parcels to Chit Chats. So if you haven't heard of Chit Chats before, it's a Canadian postal service provider that's fairly new. A lot of people that do online stores or sell art or sell collectibles use Chit Chats because it appears to be the most cost-effective way to ship out of Canada, which is why I was able to do that flat rate shipping for the auction, because the shipping otherwise was going to be absolutely outrageous. So I was very excited because yesterday I had everything all ready to go for the morning to go drop it off. The one thing that was kind of weird about it is that it's open from 11 to 6. So I was ready to go like at 9 in the morning and looked it up on my phone and realized that the hours of operation, actually, they don't open till 11. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I will say the rest of it was pretty easy. So basically, I was able to print off all of the shipping labels right from my computer. And then once those were printed off, I labeled up the packages, put them all in 2 big giant IKEA bags, drove them over to Chit Chats. And basically, once you get there, you do take them there, and then they process them for you, and they send it out to the different carriers. So ultimately, the package ends up getting delivered by either a courier, depending on where you are, UPS, USPS, or Canada Post. So they do a really good job, but they can ship internationally. So we did have some parcels going to Australia, Germany, Austria. So some did go overseas. And then we also had a good chunk that stayed in Canada. 2 orders were actually local and just got picked up. Well, one of them's been picked up so far. And then we had a number of parcels that went to the US. So that was really good to get those dropped off. I got them dropped off probably around, I want to say 11:45 in the morning. And then about 3 hours later, they actually got scanned through. And I can see today that they've started to move to different places. So that was exciting. So I'm really excited for those of you that did participate in the auction by purchasing something. I will say, please let me know when you receive them. I'm really excited for people to get their stuff, but it's my first time using them. So, so far it's been a really good experience. So aside from the awkward hours, the fact that you can print everything at home, and, weigh everything. I just have one of those food scales for my kitchen, and I have one that I've used previously when we were making the POLLY figures out of resin with the silicone molds. So I have one that that particular one has been covered in all sorts of chemically goo over the years. So that one is my mailing scale. So I keep that here so that I can zero it out, put parcels on it, mail, measure everything, and it's good. So that was a good process. Again, excited for you to get your stuff. Let me know, but so far, so good. So the verdict is still out on how I feel about Chit Chats, but overwhelmingly positive so far, which is the really good news. All right, next order of business. I received a bunch of messages asking me what else I had as duplicates. And I'm not confident that this is everything, to be honest. I have to go through my list, but I mentioned when we were doing the auction that I was looking over at a giant bin full of other stuff, because I do have like a whole bin of other stuff, but I also know that this isn't everything because I packed up so much stuff when we thought we were moving last time when my house was for sale. And because I thought we were going to sell our house, I packed everything up with the anticipation that I would unpack it in the new house. And then, of course, everything started happening with the economy, and we did not sell our house, which hopefully we will this year. But as a result, I know I still have a bunch of stuff packed up, including other like magical move in Polyville sets, that kind of stuff. But right now, I don't know where all of it is, other than I've got some, looking over here again, I've got some big cardboard boxes that are full of stuff. But because this might happen again, which I'll get to in a moment, I am not in the mood to unpack that, to be honest. I'm not going to put myself through that because I need to honestly probably pack things up. So just to give you an idea of the bin, I don't know, it's probably close to another 56 sets. You can see just like how many Starlight Castles and all sorts of stuff. Polyville. I wasn't kidding when I said there was just like wild zoo worlds everywhere. So I don't like doing one-off sales, I will say. So if people are like, oh, I want that, I'm going to save them for the auction. So I just want to be clear. So please understand that if you see something in here right now that you want, I'm not selling it right now. But there's a good amount of stuff in there. Quite a good amount of stuff. And some of it, quite, this one's not quite complete, but like, this is a good one. This is a good one. So we'll see, but do I have inventory? Yes. Unfortunately, there's more where that came from. I did sell most of the like complete things, I will say. But there's definitely a few complete things in there, and some stuff that just really needs to be cleaned up that I didn't have time to get to. So that's what's going on in there. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. So I guess I'll get into the personal update on that end. As I've kind of mentioned on and off over the past few months, we have been kind of negotiating on a house or trying to negotiate on a house, and it's just kind of gone nowhere. So that's now led us to this week. Another house has appeared in front of us that we might like. So we're going to go check it out this weekend. So far from what we've looked at online, it's really looks like it will meet our needs. And the housing market is just so crazy here in Vancouver that things will randomly go for like way more than they should, or sometimes you can get lucky. But I will say that for those of you that live in other countries, we don't have like an auction style system. You kind of have to just like put your offer out there, and you don't know what other people are offering. So in some cases, you might put in an offer you think is good, and someone just beats you by like $200,000, and it's just awful. We lost out on a house in July of 2021, and I don't think we've like fully emotionally recovered from that one. We really, really loved that house. This house is pretty close to that house, but I would say that this house actually probably meets our needs a little bit better. So I'm really excited about this one. I'm also trying not to get too emotionally involved, but if I'm being honest with myself, I'm very emotionally involved at this point. So we'll see what happens. But if that goes through, then we'll pretty much need to immediately turn around and sell this house. And the good news is that one of my neighbors is accepting offers on his house in about 45 minutes. So he had an open house over the weekend, and it was just nuts. Like the amount of people coming and going from that house was wild. So it's a clear indication that the market's picked up, which is good for me if I am selling my place, but I'm also trying to buy a place, and that makes me nervous. So we'll see what happens, but please cross your fingers and toes for us. It's been a really long, stressful, emotional journey trying to move into another home. And there's just enough going on with this home that we don't want to stay. Just to not to get into all of it, but it's just, we just know that we're not wanting to live here long term. So fingers crossed, please. Fingers crossed. We are hoping that this one will work out. So that's what I'm going to be up to this weekend. So as a result, I'm not going to be doing a video for Monday because I usually film them on the weekend. It's a very busy week. But if we do put in an offer, basically from Saturday afternoon, when we see it, Sunday would be figuring all of that out, and then putting in an offer, most likely on Sunday. So depending on what their real estate agent says and when they're doing that. So I'm just going to give myself the opportunity to take a little bit of time just to not have another thing on my plate for that. So thanks for your patience with me, but please do cross your fingers. And that's it for me for today. So some things coming up that we're going to talk about in the coming videos. One is we're going to check out that set, the Mermaid Dreams, when it shows up. I also want to reassess those fun time clocks. So those fun time clocks that I showed a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I think I'm ready to try doing some retro braiding. Now I will say, if we do end up on the market, I'm going to have to pack everything up again. So I'll do my best, but I may also have a brief hiatus there while everything's going on. So again, thanks for your patience with me, but I will keep you updated on that. And other than that, I'm just going to take some deep breaths, try to get through my work this week, and survive. So that's really it for me for today's update. But I just want to say again, thank you to everyone for your support now and over the years. I really appreciate everyone that's here and this community, and it's nice to have some other friends to to kind of vent to and share that part of my life with. So I appreciate you. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do that. I bring out videos usually every Monday and Thursday, with the exception of when my life gets chaotic. And if you're on social media, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Just look up Pocket Vintage Toys. That's the best place to connect with me outside of YouTube. But other than that, I'm going to just go take some deep breaths. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.